Oh, hey YouTube, what's really good? My name is Invivid Color, coach of the South Texas Sableyes, and this is going to be week 3 for the WBE season 52. That's what season we're on. Don't let anyone else lie to you. Our opponent this week is Aaron Cybertron Zheng. The VGC legend himself, coach of the Melbourne Rotom Washes. Hold on, I have the page up right now. It is the Melbourne Rotoms. So there you go, just the Melbourne Rotoms, no wash involved. Aaron's great. His team's fantastic. He has access to G-Max, Gengar, Excadrill, Hippowdon, Jellicent, Rotomo, Umbreon, Colossal, Drampa, Froslass, Gallade. So really hard in with the Ghost Spam. And on top of that, my entire team kind of crumbles to, I was about to say Mega Gengar, but Gengar G-Max. Anyways, so that's his team. As usual, I'm going to keep trying to push me going over my team at the end of the match so I can talk about what I thought was going to happen, or like why I brought what I brought, but just after the match. But I will say that this week we are bringing Quagsire, Grimmsnarl, Silvally, Vikavolt, Polteageist, which is a new one here, and Phalanx, which is also new. I realize I haven't uploaded a draft breakdown. At this point, it's kind of a meme. I've just been kind of going a little bit nonstop. You can expect that very soon, because I know that no one has any clue what's on my team currently. I mean, you do if you watch the draft stream, or the draft stream recap that A-Drive uploaded on his channel, but still, I'll upload it, I promise. And we'll do other things eventually. But let's get connected to Aaron and get right on to the battle. Okay, that's what you're here for. All right, see you there. Bye. All right, so we're here. We're waiting for Aaron right now. I'm sure he's like talking through his picks or what he brought and why he brought it. I'm 100%. He's going to bring the Gengar. He's going to bring the Excadrill. He's probably going to bring the Hippowdon. Those are my guesses, just because those things look like they tear my team up. But yeah, so I need this camera to be mounted up here because I'm looking up here most of the battle. All right, so it looks like we're starting. I'm looking up here most of the battle. The camera's over here. It's on a tripod. My space is limited right now. If you don't know, my beautiful wife Emily had to move to Arizona to start her new job as essentially a bad bitch. And I moved down out of Houston to live with my mom for the rest of the school year. So I'm just in a small room. My space is a little scuffed, but I mean, I have a space, and that's what really counts here. So I think we're starting right now. I'm 100% expecting Aaron to bring the Gengar, the Excadrill, the Hippowdon, and the Umbreon. Those are the things I'm locked into him bringing. So let's look. Gengar, Hippowdon, Excadrill, Jellicent, Umbreon, Drampa. Okay, so this is honestly going to be a nightmare. It doesn't look like he brought hazard stacking options, which is good for me. His only spinner is the Excadrill. I think I can lead the Vikavolt. I don't know where that puts me in life, but I like getting webs up early. I don't think there are many things that can actually one-shot the Vikavolt. But I like getting webs up early, just because it means that I outspeed the Gengar. Well, I outspeed everything on his team except for the Gengar with Silvally, don't I? I mean, the Excadrill and Sand, absolutely not. I've kind of resigned that is going to have to be dealt with by, like, Quagsire or Phalanx, which is fine. Both those things should be able to handle Excadrill reasonably well. I don't know. I keep bringing these, like, well, that's not true. I brought, like, a more offensive Vikavolt week 2. Wait, what happened? All right, so we're reconnected. This is the proper team, I'm assuming. Aaron just, like, accidentally locked him with the wrong team. Let's check and hope. Okay, we see the not completely different. The Umbreon's not here, which I like, because that means Teapot Boy goes in pretty hard. So I do appreciate that. He has the Colossal, which means he can hazard stack me, which means I think I just have to lead my Grimmsnarl, which is super unfortunate, because I don't know. I just don't think I can sit there and get super hazard stacked out of the game. I mean, I don't have great switch-ins to some of his mons. Like, his Gengar kind of destroys my entire life. I'm really worried about this matchup. I am really incredibly worried about it because See, this is the thing. I know I haven't done a draft recap yet. I have not. I haven't done a team breakdown. You don't know what all I have. I have 0 removal. Because the removal is pretty limited in this format, and I just never prioritize an option. If I lose to Hazard Stack this week, because I feel like I have to like try and at least prep for it each week, even though I don't have removal. I'm probably going to be making some moves. Oh, this is far too loud. This is exponentially too loud. Okay. If he leads the Colossal, I'm just going to assume he's trying to stack me out. And we're going to try to go from there. Okay, so he's just leading this. Probably at a Volt Switch would be my guess. Which is good. That means I can get up screens. We can get up screens early, which is nice. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just set up a light screen. I don't think he can ever just hard Volt Switch out in a Gengar, so that's at least good because if we Darkest Lariat, he dies. I also should have at least wrote down what he brought. I think I brought the Gengar, the Excadrill, the Hippowdon, the Rotom, the Colossal, and the Gallade. I think that was it. So scary team. Scary team. The good news is Silvally kind of goes in if I get webs up. Silvally goes in pretty hard if I get webs up. But there's always the matter of how am I going to get webs up? Silvally also this week has Parting Shot. So the goal here this week is to get webs up, set screens up, and break with one of my big breakers. So Teapot Boy or Phalanx. That's fine. This isn't the best. This is not the best, actually. So can I go ahead and set up... Can I set up Reflect this turn, too? Yeah, I might as well do that. Actually, oh, you can't back out. I was like, maybe I just Darkest Lariat here. Because, what's he switching into? We know he's switching, right? He's just gonna Volt Switch. Yeah. So what is he Volt Switching into, I think, is, a pretty big concern here. Because he knows I have to switch out immediately. So he could, in theory, go out into Gengar. The Hippowdon. He's just setting up. This gets him rocks, but I think I'm okay with this, right? I just go out into Vikavolt here and set up my webs. And that seems just kind of fine. Leaves my Grimmsnarl pretty healthy. He can never hit me with an Earthquake. He can hit me with a Rock-type move. But he'd have to be pretty offensive for that to matter a ton. This is exactly why I didn't just bring Focus Sash on the Teapot Boy. Because he's going to get some form of hazards up. It's just a lock at this point. But now I can get up my webs. And then presumably probably just Volt Switch out in a Teapot Boy. So let's go for that. Let's go for that move. Let's get up my Sticky Webs. I could have also gone for Energy Ball here, but Sticky Webs is such an integral part to my plan this week that I don't know if I really have the liberty of just not doing this now. His Excadrill will be faster than everything, still regardless. Is that what he's going out into, or no, he just goes out in the Colossal. Alright, so I'm going to make a play here. I think I'm going to make a play here, but I need to understand a damage calc really quickly. So I want to go out into Polteageist on this Colossal, because I think he's going to spin. Let's assume he's a max HP, because I think the worst for me would be max HP, max Spit F. Okay. Vikavolt does nothing to you. Alright, let's go for a Volt Switch, and then we'll gauge damage off there, because we should outspeed every time. Unless he has a reasonable amount of speed invested in this thing. Yeah, that did absolutely nothing. So he's very specially defensive. But even still, I think I just have to do it, right? I think how big of a read could he have on me that he goes for this? Or I could go out into my One of Us and go for... no, I'm going to go out in a Teapot Boy. This is the play. I'm locked into it. What's my time at? I realize I've been taking pretty decent chunk of time here, and I haven't been paying attention to my time. All right, so we blocked the spin. That's good. What are we at, like 8 minutes? Please don't say 7. 8:50. All right, so now I think we just go for Shadow Ball here. If we get hit by a physical attack, if he's a physical attacking boy, then we're gonna get a pretty big speed boost. He doesn't have the Drampa, so he doesn't really super have a switch into this. This thing's super Spadeffy, though. Like, this thing can definitely take 2 hits. But if we can break through 2 things and leave webs up, I think that we've done our job. If we can break through, even just like killing this thing, plus chipping another Mon down, Teapot Boy will have done his job. We have to be able to live a hit here, though, which I don't think is a lock. Oh, that's also... Well, we got a Spadef. Do we live this? Please live. Oh, we living? We always live those. We are very slow now. The good news is that, oh, his Spadef is raised because of the sand. Well, the Spadef drop, I think... Oh, we live that because we had a reflect up. The Spadef drop, I think means that we kill here. I think. Also, to sand in this turn, because that would be perfect. That would be the perfect scenario. If we kill this thing right now, even just making it to where he can't spin, I think is pretty huge. Just making it to where he can't spin is pretty big. I'm willing to let Teapot Boy go down here. I mean, obviously, I'm staying in. If we did... Let's run a quick calc here. I just didn't think I had enough time. If he's at -1 Spadef with this sort of like super Spadef in sand... I completely forgot sand was up. Please kill, please kill, please kill, please kill. Ah! No! It's okay. I think we traded 1 for 1 there, which is pretty fine with me. It sucks. Teapot Boy could have done a lot more. Oh, he didn't even die. What a world we live in. I mean, it's mostly fine. I guess it's mostly fine. I don't really want to reveal that yet. I guess I go out into you and just click Throat Chop and see what you switch out into. Or do I just set up? Maybe I just set up. Maybe I just set up. Maybe I just go for the no retreat. He's not going to damage me very much. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for the no retreat. Let's see if we can get the double dance off. Maybe we can. If his best way to hit me is Flare Blitz. Alright, so now we're presumably big. Does he go for Rapid Spin here? All my stats raise. Maybe I'm trying to break way too early. How much does this do? It does a chunk. He dies. He could also go out into the Hippowdon if he has... he can go out to the Hippowdon if the Hippowdon is a... like a Whirlwind set. And presumably just like phase me out. But I think I just start CCing and throat chopping things. Now, this isn't great for me if... Well, the Hippowdon's gonna live. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to break too early. I think the Polteageist play was justified, but I 100% forgot that Sand raised... I 100% forgot that Sand raised his special defense. Maybe I should have just gone out into Quagsire after that and tried to threaten the KO. Oh no, my Quagsire is always 1 point slower. How is that? How? Oh, because I'm a relaxed nature. Well, I picked the wrong nature this week. Alright, let's try and break. Let's try and break. Because because I think that's what we do. Go for close combat? Yeah. I have to be able to break through his things. I think he's just going to whirlwind me. I don't think he's just going to go for attacks. That's my guess, at least. This should do a chunk. Not even over half. And he just whirlwinds, right? Oh, he goes for slack off. Oh, wow. Okay, I should have gone for sword stance there. 100%. That's good for me. That's a sandstorm is now gone. Okay, let's go for sword stance. Why didn't I go for sword stance there? I should have gone for sword stance. I could be in a position to win this game right now. Had I just gone for sword stance. Oh, man. I really don't think I'm in a position to win this game now. Not just with phalanx, at least. Oh, interesting. He just went for slack off again. I'm gonna go for the close combat. I mean, I think at some point he's just gonna click. At some point, I think he's just gonna click. What? What's he gonna do? Whirlwind or Earthquake? Earthquake at -1 defense probably takes me out, which is why I wish I would have clicked Sword Stance the first turn. 100%. We'd be in pretty good position if that was the case. I just expected him to Whirlwind, so I was trying to get damage off. We are at +3 now, though, which is kind of nice. We're at +3. I think he has a pretty hard time beating my Sableyes with webs up, and especially if Sand stays down. It's not like he can switch into Gengar here either, predicting the close combat. I mean, he can, but then I just throat chop, right? So we've traded 1-for-1 so far. I'm stressed out because the rest of his team seems exponentially better than the rest of mine. This isn't going to kill, but it's going to chunk. Or will it kill? No, it won't kill. That's unfortunate. So just go for Earthquake or... So please live. You stupid... This Pokemon's so bad. Alright. I'm gonna go out into you here. Right? I don't know what you have left that could come in on this and live. I could also go out into... I think I just go out into Annihilation here. And that seems pretty good. Now, if I lose this, that's my entire sweeping potential just gone. Which is worth noting. But I think he has to switch out here. Let me check and see what he has left. The Rotom-Mow... The Gengar... I think he has to switch out. Let's Sword Stance. I guess he doesn't have Whirlwind or Roar, or whatever it is this thing gets that's a phasing move. He sees we're dark. We still have webs up. I'm going to Sword Stance here. Now, I'm not trying to call it early, but Sableyes could legitimately take it home. Now, we put enough speed in this to outspeed Rotom, right? I'm pretty sure we put in exactly enough speed to outspeed Rotom. Go for X-Scissor. If I didn't, then I made a big mistake. Oh, we might have not. I don't think we did. Oh, no. Oh, no, I don't think we did. Oh no, I didn't do it. I didn't build this Sableye well. My Sabley's poorly trained. Maybe not. Oh, he's setting up sand. That makes sense. He gets his sand back up that way. And he probably lives a hit here. Yeah. which just means extra sand chip for him. Dang. Alright, let's just go for the multi-attack. So the Excadrill is gonna outspeed, but does it kill me? Because I really think... Let's put a choice band on him. It's close. After 2 turns of sand chip, it might. After 2 turns of sand, it just might. Multi-attack for sure will kill. Man. That was a smart play. That was a smart play. I wish I would have sword stanced up front with the phalanx, however you want to pronounce it. We'd be in such a better position right now. I just multi-attacked in case he's wanted to switch out. It didn't make a ton of sense. We'll take Sandstorm Chip here, so we're at 138. 138. 75%. If he's not banded, if he's just Life Orbed, we'll live. I mean, I don't know. Does this thing get any fighting type stab? Does it get like poison coverage or something? Does it get something stupid I don't know about and I'm just gonna die here? Wait, poison, I'm not a fairy type. It's like fighting, right? Fighting and bug. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it and hope he's not banded. Earthquake. Don't be banded. That looks like choice band damage. I think we lose the game. Super unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure we lose the game. Alright. I can just go out into the U, right? Don't super have a switch into this. I mean, he has his Rotom. I think I just go for a Toxic here, predicting him to switch out into the Rotom. The problem is now that I just don't have enough material left. Oh, what the? Did we? Yeah, I missed the Life Orb trigger. People have been talking to me in comments about missing triggers. Or not triggers, but like in-game text. So there you go. You got me. I super am not good at this game. How much does this do? Dude, I'm so bad at this game. Had I just scalded on the turn I was supposed to scald, like, maybe we would still have a shot at this somehow. I'm super, I don't know. I feel pretty defeated right now. My team, I think, is not good. I didn't draft well, which I think is probably, I mean, like, I think a lot of people drafted very, very well. And those are more the, like, more experienced players. Pretty, you know, obviously. But I feel like I didn't draft well. I don't know. I'm not building well from week to week. I'm having a really tough time, honestly, if we're being super honest. I'm having a super tough time in this league. We probably live that. Sure. Don't even really get the kill. Did I even pick up kills this game? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know that I did. The Colossal, we killed the Hippowdon. How did the Excadrill do so much damage? I guess if it was adamant. If it was adamant to my Silvally with Life Orb, it was still a roll. So he just got like max roll maybe. And this is where we lose the game. I have no outs anymore. I'm gonna die here, so I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch anyways to get off damage. Because what does he have left? He has this, I don't know. I don't know what all he has left. This, the Gallade. I don't know. I'm upset with myself because I feel like this one was actually winnable. Like, I feel like we had a shot to win. But nothing that I'm doing is any good against this. Nothing that I'm doing is any good against anything he brought. Well, that's not true. I think I brought actually good teams. I think I brought good mons, especially for like what he has here. It's just like I don't have enough material left to win. Because the Rotom, this, and the Gallade. I don't have enough material left to win. So that's bad. Because I'm 90% sure we don't outspeed even though we have a Choice Scarf tricked onto us because we have 0 speed investment. Yeah. Alright, good game, Aaron. I don't know. I just played really bad. I don't know what I could have done there. Ugh, we're 1-2 now. That brings my score down to 1-2, which I'm not super happy about. We didn't play good. I probably shouldn't have gone into Phalanx immediately. I don't know, maybe it was fine. I think if I'd Swords Danced on the Hippowdon the first turn, when I was expecting him to, just the turn I was expecting him to go for Whirlwind, I think we just would have won. Or maybe not, I don't know. It's hard to tell. These games, I'm not a fan of this, like, super limited format. I think we probably should have drafted in 2 pools. Because, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, like, jawing or making excuses. It just feels like, I don't know. If you got a good team, let me move my face cam down here. If you got, well, I don't know. I feel like that you can say that about any format, though, right? I don't know. I'm just making excuses at this point. I'm just like, I'm not doing good. I'm not doing good at all. Oh, I keep doing that every time. It's very obvious which one says vertical and which one says horizontal. But I keep doing that. Okay. First things first, good game to Aaron. You brought super solid sets, and they were very good. And it was to be expected, I think, that I lost there. I don't know. Your sets were just super good, and I didn't play that great. I honestly think that, I don't know. I don't know if going out, maybe it wasn't worth going out into Polteageist on the Colossal. Maybe I should have just gone out into Quagsire. That's probably what I should have done, just gone out into Quagsire, let him get webs down, and then try and set them back up later. It's just hard to do that once he has rocks up. I think I'm making drops on my team this week. I think there's, like, no other option. Like, I just have, like, no threat of hazard removal. And on top of that, I have really wonky speed tiers. So I feel like it's really easy to capitalize on my team. I don't know. This is just me, again, like, trying to explain, like, why I'm building the way I am, but also, like, why things aren't working out. This Quagsire is, like, pretty standard here. The thought was, especially if light screen is up, I can tank most threats. I can tank most attacks from anything except, like, the grass stab from Rotom Mo. Scald and Earthquake do really good damage spread across his team. Toxic lets me whittle down things that are bulkier, like Umbreon, even if I get Toxic in return, and then Recovery to get my health back. This was the Beal set we brought this week, just Darkest Lariat, Light Screen, Reflect, Taunt. Taunt was to stop him from trying to, like, hazard stack with Colossal, and just I don't know, I think, like, the threat of, let me go back. The threat of things like Jellicent, Hippowdon, even Frostlass to an extent. I know Umbreon is a big one that it would presumably shut down, but that doesn't work because of Prankster. So maybe this set was not optimal. I feel like week 1 I brought a very optimal Grimmsnarl set, and since then I've just been kind of, like, floundering. The Sableyes, I think, was very good. In that position, had I lived a hit from Excadrill and Sand not been up, I think I won the game. X-Scissor would have one-hit the Rotom, Multi-Attack would have one-hit the Gallade, the Gengar, etc. Like, it was just, I don't know. Had I been able to either figure out a way for Sand to not stay up, or figure out a way, maybe like Parting Shot just should have been a weather move, and maybe it would have been better this week if Parting Shot was just like, I don't know, Rain Dance or something kind of like inoffensive that doesn't really benefit or hurt me, or maybe something that I could build towards. I don't know. The thought was Parting Shot would let me into Polteageist or Phalanx, which I brought in way too early. I think bringing Polteageist is probably not the biggest mistake, because I didn't know the Colossal Calcs and I didn't have a ton of time to calc them. But then I guess after gauging damage from Vikavolt, I probably just should have gone on to something else. Maybe Phalanx there would have been good. Like, go out into Phalanx and start setting that up while taking the Rapid Spin. I don't know. It's hard to even like try and like theorycraft now. The Vikavolt here was just to set up webs and be kind of like a bulky pivot. The webs gave my team a speed advantage over most things except for Excadrill and Sand, which is, I think, just hard to prep for. Maybe I should have prepped a little bit harder. Maybe I should have brought Weather, now that I'm thinking about it. This was just Choice Specs Polteageist. Just Shadow Ball, Psychic, Giga Drain, Trick. The trick was for me to move Specs onto something that didn't want Specs. Obviously, Shadow Ball would let me chunk all of his team if he didn't bring Drampa or Umbreon, which he didn't bring either of those. So Shadow Ball was actually just like the perfect stab move. We just didn't bring in Polteageist in position, really. And then Phalanx, which was another breaker. So Phalanx and Polteageist were the breakers this week, trying to set up for maybe like having sticky webs up and Sableyes being able to clean up. But anyways, didn't work out in my favor. And I don't know. I have to do something. I don't know what I have to do. I don't know what I have to fix, but we're not doing great. We're 1-2. I think only top 8 teams move on to playoffs. And honestly, if this is the first league ever where I don't make playoffs, I don't think I'm going to be super bummed about it, because I went into this fresh format. I drafted a lot of new stuff that I just wanted to try out. And as it turns out, not a lot of it works super great together so far. So, rip, rip on me for that. Like, rest in peace, Vivid. I don't know. Anyways, if you enjoyed this, please go ahead and leave a like. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. It would mean the absolute most to me if you want to talk to me down there. So leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new here, because I think like 80% of my views or 70% are coming from people that aren't subscribed. So you should definitely subscribe if you aren't. I promise we keep it cool around here. I'll start uploading more eventually. I just have a bunch of projects at school I have to get done as a teacher, not as a student. And leave a like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Twitter. Those are the things. All right. It means the absolute most that you sat here and watched a video with me, but I'm kind of done and I've got to leave. Please don't give up on me just yet. I will try to come back from this. Okay, love you. Bye.
And you insist you don't understand. Well, you can choke on every fucking word you